That fateful day, she threw me on the chair and was like, she's going to walk. If I want to die before she comes back, I should please go ahead and die.
For people that hearing or have been hearing sickle cell but don't know much about it, what can you tell us?
Okay, so sickle cell is it's a blood disease. It's a blood disorder. Our red blood cells, in normal human beings, red blood cells are supposed to be round. But when it comes to being a sickle cell person, yours are always, most of the time, sickle. It has this sickle shape. And when it has this sickle shape, it actually disrupts the flow, easy flow of blood through the vessels that are supposed to go through, blocking oxygen from, properly being circulated, and then thereby causing you pain. This causes pain. And this happens when the genotype SASAS, when two people that has AS come together to have a child, definitely if by the grace of God helps them, they have just one. That one might eventually by the grace of God. But in most cases, there's always a rebirth of a sickle cell child. That's basically what I think sickle cell is.
So sickle cell, you've mentioned a couple of times now that the pain. Walk us through your journey growing up and finding out, like, when was that time you find out, like, oh, you're a sickle cell patient, like that there was something wrong with you? Can you remember?
Okay. So the very first time I think I not like I knew like I was having sickle cell. Yeah, I always know that my parents will always struggle with my health. I'm always here and there, and they'll always care for me, give me injections. I take a lot of medications. But one time that I know I really knew that this something was wrong with me was a day in church. I think I was just as a kid, I don't know, I was living normally. Then all of a sudden, I just saw people running around me. My parents were like, oh yeah, let's go to the hospital. I'm fine. Like, if you ask me then now, I was fine. But they were like, let's take us to the hospital. It was a church, it was a Sunday service, right? Then they took me to general hospital where they started giving me, transfusing me. And that was when I knew something was wrong with me. And throughout the transfusion process, I can't take anything. I can't eat. I was only able to take glucose. And then subsequently, when I started growing up, and the very first miracle that I know that God did, and I knew that, yes, God is backing me up in all of this, was the time when my mom, so at that time, when I was little, every month I must be transfused. Just that, like every month, I always take at least a pint of blood. So in 12 months, I'm taking like probably 15 to 20 pints of blood. So that fateful day, she was set to go to work, and I think I was pale, and I was in pain too. And then they have tried. I know, yeah, they costed, but then I don't like to say that. I don't have resentment toward them due to one thing or the other, one factor or the other. So that fateful day, she threw me on the chair and was like, she's going to walk. If I want to die before she comes back, I should please go ahead and die. Like I think she was that tired. And I think again, she was challenging God and frustrated. She was actually challenging God. That's what I have come to conclusion of, because I know how to be a woman of faith. And she threw me on the sofa and was like, and I think I was the only one at home. I sat there. She got me my food, my medication. And she was like, she's not taking me to any hospital. She's not transfusing me this time. My dad was not at home, because if my dad was at home, he was not going to let me stay like that. So in the evening, when she came back, the first thing she said, she was like, oh, Tiku, like, you're not dead. And she was like, oh, nice. But ballet. And that was the last time I can remember that I was transfused like every month. Yeah, there have been occasions that, yes, as an adult, I knew I needed to be transfused. But since then, I have never had issues. I have never had cause to like be transfused every month. So basically that's and a lot of pain, a lot of frustration. Yeah.